Yo, top of the morning, good people. You are who you hang around the most. Today we're talking positive peer pressure on the Daily Hustle. I'm your host H Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur from wealthcreationplaybook.com. Super excited that you decided to tune in live this morning as we talk about positive peer pressure. Y'all know what it is, man. The Daily Hustle is designed to help empower, encourage, uplift, and get your day started off right with some topics that I am wrestling with myself. So you're hearing me speak to myself out loud about some things that I plan to change in 2020. So, what about this positive peer pressure? See, we all know peer pressure well, especially if you are parents. You look at some of the children or some of the kids or some of the people that your children are hanging out with, and what's the first thing that you do? You judge them by their cover, or maybe you know their pedigree, you know their background, you know their parents, and you're saying to your child, no, indeed, you are not hanging out with that person, right? Because you can foresee that person having a bad influence on your child, right? And we understand that fundamentally well, but what happens to that logic when we become adults, right? We are the people that we hang around the most. And I would know what you're saying, Cortez. Well, I got some pretty good friends, right? There's nothing wrong with the friends that I hang around. But let me ask you, when was the last time you really evaluated the friends that you spend the majority of your time with? Do they have what you want to have? Are they in a place that you want to be? Are they even headed to that place? Can you foresee? Or is it that you are all so comfortable with one another that you're basically um, encouraging each other to stay in the place of mediocrity, right? I want you to really think about this because this is important, man. Just as a person can bring you down, and you continue to hang with that person, you start developing the habits of that person, you start developing the thought process of the people that you hang around the most, the opposite is also true. People can bring you up. People can change the way you think to a positive level. People can increase your vibration and your frequency by hanging around them. People can challenge you to be greater, to strive for more. Sometimes your friends have been around you so much, they don't see your gifts and talents as being valuable. But people who are on their way to success, people who are at certain levels of success, they can sometimes see more in you than you see in yourself, right? This is important, right? So you might be saying, okay, Cortez, I've actually been thinking about this for the last couple years, and I'm like, there's nothing wrong with my circle. They are good people, but I just happen to want more out of life. How do I develop a new circle, right? Well, it's not going to be easy. In fact, one of the most difficult things that we have to do in our human experience is outgrow people or leave people behind. Yes, it is very difficult to do, especially because a lot of times the people that are currently in our circle, these are people who've helped us at some of our lowest points. These are people who have gotten us through some tough times. And quiet as it's kept, we feel like we owe these people, right? And I've been there. I had some very challenging times in my life, and some people very important to me helped me through that. But as I got through that, and I start striving and seeking bigger, better, bolder moves for my life. I started dreaming bigger. I started looking and aspiring to greater things. Those people who helped me through some of the toughest times in my life, I saw that they just were not there. They just didn't want what I wanted. So I had to outgrow them. And there's nothing wrong with that. And we are still great friends to this day. It's just that I had to move on to do what was best for me and my family. So, wrote a couple things down. Uh, Three things that help you develop who you are, and that is the media you consume, the places you go, and of course the people that you hang around the most. So you might want to consider putting yourself in some different environments, right? Don't continue to go to the same places. Go somewhere different. If you haven't been to the library in 20 years like myself, then go to the library and just hang out for a day, right? Hang out for 3 or 4 hours and just watch what people are doing there. And maybe you'll introduce yourself to someone or someone will introduce themselves to you, right? If you frequent the same restaurants or the same types of restaurants all the time, go to some different ones, right? If you are a concert goer and you go to the same types of concerts, go to other concerts and listen to different genres of music. See, if you are going to meet new people, people who think different than you, people who are in a different time and space in their life than you cannot go to the same places where you and your friends currently hang out because you could very well meet someone different, but you will be actually meeting the same type of person because you're pulling from the same pool, so to speak, of people. Another thing that you can do, and I want to challenge you guys all to do this, I want you to write down the 5 most successful people that you know that you actually come into contact with. This might be a boss or supervisor on your job. This might be your pastor at your church. This might be the local businessman in your community. The 5 most successful people that you know. And I want you to offer to treat these people to lunch. Yeah, see, when you're trying to figure out how to elevate, it's going to cost you. Just get that in your head, right? You ask those 5 people if you can take them out to lunch. Just doing this exercise will cause you to stretch and grow for most of you, right? Ask them, can you take them out to lunch? If you get the lunch date, on the lunch date, ask them for their book list. What are they reading or what books have they read that impacted them the most? Ask them what is their daily routine. See, a success for most people can be found right in their daily routine. What time do they get up in the morning? What is their morning ritual? Do they get up and meditate and pray in the morning? Do they get up and read in the morning? Do they get up and go work out in the morning? Ask successful people what their daily routine is. Ask them what was the last workshop they attended or the last seminar, because I guarantee you, if they are successful, they are investing in themselves and they are going to workshops, seminars, reading books. They're investing in other people. Ask them about their relationship with their mentor. I guarantee you they got mentors, right? See, if you're trying to get into a different circle, preferably a circle that is 1 to 2 to 3 degrees above your current circle, then these are some of the things that you have to do, right? Now, it's not going to be easy. And in fact, most people will let you into their business circle faster than they will let you into their personal circle. So, how do you get into their business circle? You find out what they need and you ask them if you can serve them in some way. See, if they're successful already, man, you might have to ask them if you can file papers for them for free. You can volunteer to help them set up at their next event. You need to ask them what you can do to serve them just so that you can be around them and pick their brain. But you don't want to be a leech. You don't want to be the type of person that's trying to pick people's brain for free. You got to understand that people's time, the information that they've acquired over years and years and years, are worth something. And if you don't have the money to offer to pay them to be your coach or mentor, find out how you can serve them and help them just so that you can be around them. Let me see if I was looking for my small pamphlet that I like to refer to when you're trying to meet new people. It's called The Art of Dealing with People. The Art of Dealing with People. I'll try to remember to put that down in the comments as a resource to where you can go get a copy of that from. But in that book, it says when you're meeting new people or you're networking or you're trying to get into someone's circle, um, in order to make a good first impression, let people know that you are impressed by them, right? If you want to make a good first impression, let people know that you are impressed by them. See, a lot of times when I came up, we would say silly things, not knowing because no one taught us, man, you riding that person's jock. Get off that person's sack, right? We would say silly things like that because we didn't want it to be seen that we actually admired something that someone was doing or admired good qualities in a person. And believe it or not, those things carry with us into adults. When someone does something impressive, we try not to be impressed. Instead of saying, man, that was an amazing thing that you did. Oh, I love how you said that. Oh, I see that you are successful in this space. That is very impressive. How did you get there? Right? But instead, because we're trying not to be impressed, we don't realize that we're sitting with a mean mug or a hater scowl on our face. And that is turning people off. That is repelling people from us, the same people that we want to be like. See, your subconscious mind will never let you be or aspire or become that which you despise. So by not trying to be impressed by someone, you're actually despising that quality in a person, and your subconscious mind will never let you become that. So be very careful of that. So get into different spaces, find out what successful people are reading, where they're going to learn, who is their coaches and their mentors. Ask to take them out to lunch. Ask them about their daily routines, man. If you are trying to get into different circles, then you first must learn what people are doing and start doing some of that stuff, because in order to attract better people, in order to attract different people, you have to become more attractive. And that's how you do it. So, if you, my friend, got any value out of today's daily hustle, then I want you to do me a huge favor. And only if you got value. I don't like to say, hey, like my post, like my page, and just for the sake of liking it. Only if you got value do I want you to hit the like button on this page and then hit the like button on this video. If you're watching on YouTube, then go ahead and hit the subscribe button and rate the video, thumbs up or thumbs down, and then leave me a comment of where you are. Do you need to change your circle, or do you need to add to your circle? Do you need to be added to someone else's circle? Don't be afraid to say that you want to elevate. And hey, people can either grow with you or you can outgrow them, but it's their choice, right? Last but not least, man, if you, my friend, are looking for a transformation in your finances, then I want you to go to wealthcreationplaybook.com to download my free ebook. And then also check out the video series that breaks down the 6 money killers that's keeping most people broke and how you can overcome them with one solution. Now, I'll be honest, the one solution that helps you overcome all 6 of these things is one that people hate to hear, but got to keep it real with you. I got to give it to you straight, man. It has helped me overcome my financial challenges, got me on the road to building generational wealth for me and my family. And I think it can help you too. Again, go to wealthcreationplaybook.com and download your free copy today. So, Till I talk to you guys tomorrow, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it. Each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.